I am Dr. Michael Weir. In this episode, we're going to talk about why you keep having the pain in your backside and maybe some things we can do about it. Welcome to the Ask Dr. Weir Show, episode 2. All right, welcome back to the Ask Dr. Weir Show, episode numero 2. It's number 2 for our non-Spanish speaking guests. Again, welcome back. I just want to reiterate, the Ask Dr. Weir Show. I've been in practice now for over a decade, and I get a lot of the exact same questions from my patients about their health and well-being and all these different things. And I've compiled this massive laundry list of these questions. And I guarantee they're questions that you've had about your health, or that maybe you've thought of but can't find the answer to, or maybe don't have the time with your primary care physician to ask. So I wanted to answer these questions to the masses. So here we go. Question number 2 I get all the time from my patients is this. Why the heck do I keep getting injured in the same spots? Or why do I keep hurting on the right side in that same area in my lower back? What the heck? It never hurts on the left. I never injure anything other than my right knee. It's frustrating. It's super frustrating. And it's kind of this like, well, gosh, I keep coming in. I keep getting treated for this. Or maybe you keep going and seeing your physical therapist for the same darn issue. Or maybe you keep going and getting anti-inflammatories from your medical doctor for the same stinking issue. What the heck is going on? All right, well, here's the answer to it. It comes down, really, we boil it down to 2 things. Real simple. The first one is old injuries. Old injuries. So let's say that you, when you were in grade school, you were running through the park and you sprained your ankle really, really, really bad. You rolled that thing over, puffed up like a balloon, tore all the ligaments, the thing was shot, and you never rehabbed it properly. Mom and dad said, let's just keep you off of it, or you took it to the doc, maybe gave some meds or something, but you never properly rehabbed it, which is something I hear so often. Younger in life, especially teenage years, we don't rehab injuries properly. And when we do that, they never heal the way they should. And the body lays down all this scar tissue and all this stuff to stabilize and splint that area. But it's never as good as it was originally. And because of that, it's going to keep getting injured. It's vulnerable. It's weak. It doesn't have the same stability that it had before that injury. Something I see often, car accidents. A little PSA on the side here. If you've been in a car accident recently, go get checked, please. Go to your chiropractor, go to your physical, go to somebody that takes x-rays and can kind of take a look at you deeper. Anyways, I see this a lot with car accident patients where they'll have a whiplash injury and their necks are consistently from that point forward never the same. They keep getting headaches. They keep having stiffness. They keep being vulnerable where, maybe it's every month they wake up with a stiff neck or something like that. These old injuries leave you vulnerable for the rest of your stinking life if you don't treat them properly, if you don't rehab them. So rehab the heck out of these things, guys. Do what you're supposed to do. Go to a chiropractor. Go to a physical therapist. Get fixed. Don't just kind of take that for granted. So the second reason we're going to keep getting injured in the same areas or keep having problems in the same areas of our bodies is you're doing something wrong. That sounds simplistic. You're doing something that's causing that same area of your body to have a problem. So let's talk logistics here. I see a ton of headache patients. It's one of my specialties. And I get that question, why do I keep getting headaches? What am I doing? And after we go through and we rule out a lot of different things, I talk to them about their daily activities. I talk to them about ergonomics. Guess which is one of the biggest culprits in our culture right now? Cell phone neck. Cell phone neck. Looking down at your cell phone. Kids looking down at cell phones. Adults looking down at iPads. This is jacking our necks up, guys. Just messing with it royally. So that's one thing. Maybe it's a chair that you sat on. I love this story. It's one of my favorite stories. I had a patient come in. This was about 8 years ago. And he had this low back problem. And he kept coming in. And I'd treat him, and he'd feel better for a little bit. Maybe even a day. And then he'd come back in a day later. Man, it's back again. Man, I just can't get rid of this thing. And it's getting frustrating. And I was getting frustrated. So I was about to go send him out for some MRIs, get some pictures of this lower back. And he comes into me. He goes, "Doc, I figured it out." He said, "I don't have pain anymore. I figured out what was causing the pain." And I was excited. I wanted to know. He said, "I go home every night and I sit down in the same chair, my recliner, and I watch TV." He said, "The problem is," and I figured out, my TV was over here. So what I'd do is I'd sit down in my recliner and I'd twist. And I'd sit there for 3, 4, 5 hours sometimes. This guy liked his TV. And he was just creating so much torque on his lower back, it was messing him up. So everything I would do to fix him, he'd throw it back out. It could be something as simple as that you're not even thinking about. So old injuries, activities of daily living can create some of the same problems. If you have questions on this, again, I would urge you, go and get checked. Figure out, as someone who's proactive with these things and looks at things in a functional manner, not just covering over them and covering over the symptoms, but actually saying, let's fix you. Let's get you better. Let's figure out what's causing this. Go find somebody like that, and they're going to help you figure this out. So, Ask Dr. Weir Show, episode 2 is in the books. Hope you enjoy. Again, if you have any questions, put them down in the comments. We'll get those answered. All right, guys, have a great day.